If you're new here, and even if you're not, don't forget to catch up on our current campaigns. Dawn of the New Era, a story packed with mystery, magic, and questionable decisions, and Legend of the Sun-Veiled Pirates. Chaos on the high seas, guaranteed. Do us a favor while you're here. Give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and tell us what you think. Your comments fuel the chaos, and honestly, we love it. While you're waiting, check out the Players of the Realms merch store. Hoodies, mugs, gifts for the dice goblins in your life. You already know something's calling your name. If you're new here, and even if you're not, don't forget to catch up on our current campaigns. Dawn of the New Era, a story packed with mystery, magic, and questionable decisions, and Legend of the Sun-Veiled Pirates. Chaos on the high seas, guaranteed. Do it.
All right, we are back, and we are going to see what chaos the Dapper Dens, Q grown now, are going to be facing next. My poor, defenseless, downtrodden NPC of a shopkeep has been continuously harassed unknowingly by the Dapper Dens. So we're going to find
Hey,
out
Focused on himself.
what's going to happen
Not
next.
all of us. Not all of us.
He brought
What
this
is
on
it,
himself.
Oh, and how is that he brought it on himself, sirs?
We're all still in the tavern, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
11 is
Yes,
not.
you are. Well, most
Oh.
of you are.
11 left, yeah.
Well, he failed to make reasonable prices available. And he was a little bit smug about it.
Though,
Fennec was
didn't you want to undercut him by like half?
I only had so much gold. I wanted to give him all my gold, and he told me it wasn't enough.
How dare he? The audacity! So you burn his place down, burn 3 other structures down, damage another one,
No.
and
I wanna point out-
hold on, and start a cult. Or continue your
the
cult.
is... Okay, that's a side project that has nothing to do with the shopkeeper. It just happened to be an opportunity to bring it up. That was not intentional. The shopkeeper, his place burned down not because Ceres hated him, but because she needed to hide the evidence that she stole something. And the best way to do that is to hide all his possessions, well, all his magical wares, in flaming rubble.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
These are all
100%
practical
believable.
decisions brought up in the moment. There's not things she did to the person. Like if she could have figured out a way to get away with the ring, not get noticed, and then perhaps been possibly identified for stealing the ring because she showed interest in it earlier in the day, she would have just walked away. It's a practical person.
100% rational. Makes 100% sense.
I said practical, not rational.
True.
Fair. Fair enough. And
Internal
Gearfried,
logic does not have to follow external.
yes. And Gearfried, what was your gripe with this said shopkeep?
It was more so the attitude, and also Gearfried has not been in the best of headspaces, given recent events. So, like there was the whole, like, his town or his hometown basically being turned into mostly rubble. He
Don't
got
forget undead.
mollywopped by the angel. He got mollywopped by the vampires. His whole thing is not being able to be mollywopped, so he's molly weeping right now, and yeah, he's like, all right, I'm done here. I am like, he is in his own head, and he's lashing out in his own way, and that way is just, kind of like being more aggressive than he should be. Not adhering to the teachings that Galahad kind of tried to instill in him.
Basically sending a traumatized sociopath back to visit him again.
Yes. Well, I'm sure Mei Li has something to do with that. The failure of not being able to save her, or helping aid in her abduction to a degree by making her invisible and such.
Yeah.
That doesn't hurt. That doesn't, help at all either.
Low blow, DM.
No, I mean,
Well, I
he said as
gotta
much.
remind the audience of all the events that happened, and it just so happens to have dual purpose here.
Damn.
Sorry, I'm supposed to be benevolent. My bad.
Say malevolent?
I meant benevolent, but malevolent came out first.
I would settle for
so
benign.
it could have been a Freudian slip, maybe a little bit. But we are going to actually start off tonight with Levin. Levin, you had ventured off away from the party. I believe you are still technically connected as long as you are within a mile range to Ceres telepathically.
No, over an hour passed, and I only had
Okay.
the 1 hour.
Just wanted to confirm. Because I know you did make that connection so you can have a private conversation where she can fill you in on the events that happened inside the tunnel.
Yeah, but then she scampered off to do her own thing for a little.
Indeed. Indeed. So, you had some plans.
Well, intense, really. Levin would be taking the time to scout the town for dragon-marked house presence. And if there is, he wants to specifically look for a House of Shadow. They wouldn't be domains here. They'd be, what do the Thorani call them? I'll get back to you on that.
Okay. Go ahead and give me either a investigation check or a persuasion check. Perception check. No, persuasion. I had it right the first time.
Nope, perception.
He'll be taking his time with this. It'll be just investigation.
All right.
So, 24.
After about an hour, you're looking around, you're attempting to find whatever presences you can. You are able to kind of come across a theater that seems to be not well kept, but there's also enough that it seems like it's active, and there seems to be enough of a population or of interest to keep it open. Upon further investigation, you would find that oftentimes money tends to come in and not come out.
All right, Levin's going to be a little cheeky about this. If entrance is like, if attempting to enter he hasn't stopped, he's going to basically walk in and towards the first person that would be like attending to things around. Levin's simply going to, hello. I was wondering if I'm passing through town and I have a tendency of making donations to the arts when I do. Is there someone that receives?
Go ahead and give me that persuasion check.
Yep. This ain't gonna work well. Except when it does. First time in a while.
There we go. Well, I suppose there should be a receiver here. Give me a moment. And who may I say is here to make a donation?
Levin Falain.
Now, what in past, not just within the game, but just in your character's history, what past do you have with the Mark in the Shadow, specifically with the
with the dragon marked houses?
Yeah,
those
'cause
two
I know
in specific?
you've gathered information from them in the past.
From them and for them.
Yep.
He's effectively a freelance. He's not let in on like some of their larger bids, but he's effectively known as a reliable worker.
Noted. Well, let me be right back. And the individual who is behind the counter is going to leave and go behind a closed door.
While he's waiting, he's gonna pull out his Zaelshin, which is the amulet bearing the sigil of the last name. Just so that whoever walks through is like, okay, he's authenticating now.
There we go. You are going to see, after a few moments, a female elf exits the back room. She's moving gracefully. She's dressed in common clothing for this area. You know, trousers, leather vest, very steampunky-ish. I have not heard of this name in a while. Come with me. I'd love to talk about your donation.
Levin nods and follows.
And she is going to lead you into a back room. The back room is cozy. You see couches. There's 2 cups of tea that are already laid out. And she moves and she sits in the chair, leaving you a longer, the equivalent of a love seat. Please, have a seat.
Levin sits down and starts pulling out his notes. Basically, he's getting his stuff together to pass information over for like their dissemination, but he's also willing to elaborate if they have questions. In specific, he's handing over the notes on Mei Li and the encounters that they've had while they've crossed over past Thronehold.
As you pass over the information, you are going to see that she opens and begins to kind of glance through it. You see her skimming. You see the lips moving as she's kind of miming the words. The pace in which she's reading, to most people, is actually quite surprising. Like, you do see her lips moving quite quickly, as if she was speaking at like a times 1 or 2 time rate. And you notice that she pauses in several increments. You're not sure what page she's at. You're not sure where she is, but there's some bits of information that doesn't seem to sit well with her. Thank you very much. I appreciate the work.
Would you require elaborations?
I would. What has become of this Melee?
Currently, she is under the auspices of the one suspected to be Caius III. Or Caius I. That would be one of the later notes in the report.
Caius the First. We've had our suspicions about him. Some have said that
And
they've
I
seen
have it
him.
annotated as third-party knowledge. I have not been able to confirm.
What do you know about this Melee?
Bearer of what I assumed was an aberrant mark, and given the motivations of the parties involved, I think it is not. But it's not one of the ones that are current. My suspicions, as noted, are that it is a mark of death.
And I've seen multiple interactions with the Emerald Claw. What do you have you noted your suspicions of them?
They're operating like a terror cell. It's mostly... It appears that they're doing so adjacent to the will of whoever is in charge of Karnath, which would, at this point, be Caius. If they're not working directly with one another, they're working adjacent.
You were going to see that she kind of snaps her fingers a little bit, and a small notebook is brought to her, and she slides it over to you. Interestingly enough, if you plan to continue to go out there, I have heard some interesting pieces of information, which I'm not sure if your favor of information has already been repaid. It can act as repayment, and if it had been repaid, you know the drill.
I'll have to take my time with the information. I do have a small request. I made efforts, minor, to find implements with which one could dispatch undead. And information that would lead me towards the acquisition of such would be greatly appreciated.
I can see what I can do, but it's not an easy ask.
I understand, and I suspect we'll be here for maybe a day, maybe two at most. So, if the information does not come during that time, then consider this as paid.
Understood. Are there any other questions you might have?
Honestly, I'd like to get my mind off of things. Any work?
I have, in part of the information that I've provided with you, there's two things of note. The first has been that there's been a large amount of military undead force heading not only west, but also moving south as well. If you can find anything, any information that might be going on within the military here, because as far as I heard, yep.
Page 34, that would be troop movements as observed and talked.
Yes, but my point is there have been new conversations that I've been hearing about further conscriptions. This time,
You're looking for updates.
indeed. I'd like to know who I might have to send a helping hand to within my administration.
For that, I would need a way to deliver a message remotely.
And with that, she is going to hand you a device that looks like a metallic bird.
Not handled a seeker in a while.
This is always able to find me.
I'll be mindful to take care of it.
Indeed, because many, many would value such a treasure. Specifically those that wish my head.
Oh. In that regard, if I am somehow compromised, this will be immediately destroyed and I'll have to compensate you.
No worries about the compensation, just so long as it's destroyed. Now, as for more of a monetary something, I do have a couple of packages that I can have delivered throughout the town, throughout the city. They won't pay too much, about 3 to 4 gold pieces each package. They're nothing too extraneous.
I don't mind playing courier for a day. I'm assuming level of discretion per job would be labeled.
Well, I mean, don't blow anything up if you can avoid it.
I'm a little more professional than that.
I know, I recognize the name. You've been helpful to us in the past, so we appreciate it.
Alright, then I'll attend to what you've asked.
It is appreciated, and be safe. With that, she is going to stand, and she's going to walk through another door, leaving you alone in the room.
Alright. Levin will take a few moments, now that he has polite privacy. He'll start thumbing through the notebook and just making notes in his head for future reference to more thoroughly look later.
All right. Noted.
He's only taken a few minutes with this. He's not going to overstay, but he will go out and start deliveries.
Yep. A lot of the information is like there's detailed movements and updated movements. So you would find that the units that you had seen previously have moved closer to the borderlands of the other countries. You see rather particularly well detailed notes on the Emerald Claws movement, and you do see that there have been several key individuals who have been making their way towards Lake Caius. But that's all
Levin
you really
will...
get from a cursory glance.
Oh. Considering Levin, the Tarnidal Elves, and the history of like elves in Corvair, Levin's gonna have the thought of, oh, so they do remember their old jobs. And he's gonna exit and start doing the rounds.
It won't take long for you to be able to do the deliveries. It would only take a couple of hours before you would be able to regroup with the party.
Oh, he's expecting to not get back to this group until at least like sunset or closer nightfall.
That's fair.
Because it's like noon right now, and it's already been like time talking, time searching, and now deliveries. It's like, yeah, he'll get back to them when the sun's low or already gone.
And on that note, we're going to jump over to the rest of the party. So during this time, what would the rest of you be doing?
Following Levin's talk with Gearfried, Gearfried at some point would have returned back to the tavern, to meet, mostly to meet back up with everybody, but also he'd be grabbing lunch. Is everyone at the tavern still, or is anyone left?
Ceres isn't there.
All right. Gearfried would then look at Fennec and
Zarya is still there.
Sarah say where she was going?
No.
Did I even notice her leaving?
Fennec's just gonna kind of like look up at him with like a really?
Right.
No.
Like no words, just like the look would be very distinguishable.
Right. Well, I
Yeah.
might have an idea where she might be. Um, Either of you have anything you need to do, or are you two just going to be drinking here all day? That wasn't meant as a compliment. That wasn't meant as a backhanded thing. I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I don't really have anything I can do right now. So, do you need backup?
Oh no, I'm not really doing much of anything. I'm just gonna be going for a walk. Gifford puts on
Alright.
his hat. He's currently, by the way, he looks like himself, but is he has been in this disguise for a bit longer than a disguise self spell would allow. But he looks like an elven version of himself. More fair skin. What would be fire hair that's kind of peeking out of his hat is just sort of a rusty red color. So Gifford steps up and stretches. And he's gonna be like, "All right, well, I'm gonna be going for a walk. I'll see you all in a few minutes, I suppose." And he's going to walk out, and the moment he can like either get enough into a crowd or at least hide himself enough, he'd adjust his hat of disguise and change his form to one that's as generic as possible. Like he's kind of making an amalgamation of a lot of the people he's seen. So like the colors and whatnot of all the clothing and the skin and the hair would be as generic as possible. And he would be making his way back to near where that shopkeeper was because he pointed Saris in that direction. And kind of curious to see if she's heading there. So that's what he's doing.
All right. Saris, what would you be doing?
She is headed in that direction.
Not surprised.
She just
So-
wants to make sure that people that she talked to are, still feeling all right, and help. Basically, try and help fortify some spiritualism, add some spiritual fortitude to the people in the neighborhood, and teach them how they can also maybe impart spiritual fortitude on others, because homes burning down isn't the only hardship we experience in life. It is the only change that intrudes into our existence. And teaching these people the ability to share their own strength of character in accepting and embracing change and becoming part of it is something Saris wants to give these people as well.
All right.
Helping.
Noted. Are you going to be passing by your, not altar, the site you had made for your goddess or god?
The little shrine. I'll just check up on it and make sure it's still okay.
You would notice that there are several additional offerings to your small shrine.
Nice.
Go ahead
Nods
and
to myself.
give me a religion check.
Not actually good at those. Yeah, that's right. Rolled a 3.
All right. With a 3, you feel that things are good. As you continue your way, you also see that people seem to be the number of similar colored robes to which that you had appeared or you had arrived with earlier on.
Like a kind of
kinda
dark
grown.
green.
Yep.
Okay.
So now you see different colors or different shades of green, but essentially you do see that their spirits are still as uplifted as you left them. Now, about how long would you have left before Gearfried came in? So ultimately, my question is
Uh,
about how far behind is Gearfried from you?
Probably about an hour.
All right. So when you get to the site where your followers are kind of meandering
No,
around.
my followers, they're just the faithful.
Yes, you're right. They're not your followers yet.
I don't want followers. I am helping these people find spiritual awakening.
You're right.
Aren't those kind of in hand?
I serve
This
a
is-
greater purpose, and I'm just allowing these people to touch some of the divine that I myself get to experience on a daily basis.
So, you do see the guy who is the shopkeep with his magical wares, and it seems that the number of guards that he has protecting him has increased by 3.
He called the cops.
No, he's just paranoid because he has money now.
No, I mean, I could hear sirens in the background.
Oh. Rightfully paranoid, he has been befallen by much misfortune.
Beset on all sides by the iniquities of evil.
Nurse isn't evil, she's a force of nature.
From his perspective,
Okay, fine.
From his perspective, he has no idea who did it. Whoever it is, though,
did
is a
it
force of evil.
Evil.
Evil!
Anyhow.
So, what would you like to do?
What is his, like, so, how is he running his shop now? What's the setup? Sarah's is going to spend a little time, like, working with the people, but at the same time, she's kind of glancing over and just trying to get a feel for, like, his house is rubble. How is he conducting business? Both physically and, I guess...
Picture a yard sale.
Oh, God. So he's got magical wares on a table?
Pretty much, which is why he has so many guards around him. Because, as said in the last episode, based on his not twitchy behavior, but his paranoia, you can assume that somebody once or twice has like either attempted to or has stolen from him.
Weird. Okay. Well, there's Will. Like I said, spend a little time talking to these people, and then she will take a sidestep down an alleyway and disguise herself as just another common villager. Not one in the robes, just, some, 30 but very unadorned work clothes. Very, like, generic kind of human face. Like, sandy blonde hair. Sort of an unremarkable person who doesn't really draw a lot of notice. And she will basically be going around casually helping out where she can the people around the shop. But basically, I'm staking the place out and waiting to see what he does when business hours are over.
Okay. So it's going to be after she makes her transformation that Gearfried, you would be arriving to the scene, and the first thing that you do notice is there's an abnormally large quantity of robes, more so than when you were here last time.
Interesting. Not of his concern, but interesting. Gearfried would likely note that, and Gearfried hasn't seen any of Ceres's nonsense before, so he would probably be getting a little nervous, thinking that the Cult of the Emerald Claw is doing some shit. So he is going to kind of he's going to bundle, like, he's gonna like make it look like he's sort of like bundling himself up, like tightening his shoulders a little bit, like hands in his pockets as he's sort of pushing through, just kind of trying to walk around with sort of a bored disinterest. Can I look around and see if I can I mean, I know above table Ceres is disguised. Can I look around as Gearfried and see if I can find Ceres at all?
I'm gonna say you can give me a perception check, but I'm assuming, Ceres, you've never used this type of form before, right?
No, no. This is new and specific to this particular setting.
So I'm gonna say, Ceres, go ahead and give me a stealth or deception check.
Interesting. Yeah.
Which I feel like
Okay.
no matter what, you should be able to get above like Nate.
You would think.
She rolls that one.
Well, even if I roll in that one, I can't fail that. So, yeah.
And she rolled a 20. So
Okay.
she is so well blended in that there's not even anyone who looks suspicious enough for you to guess it
Okay.
might be Ceres.
Okay.
Like, there's
Follow up.
nothing for you. Yep, go ahead.
Does the shopkeeper look at all like? She hasn't, again, above table, I know she hasn't stolen anything yet. So the shopkeeper, he looks as he looked before. He's not like extra panicked or freaked out because someone just stole another thing from him, correct?
No, he looks a little bit calmer than when you saw him earlier.
So that tells Gearfried that Ceres has not hit her mark yet. So Gearfried's noting that. He is going to then he's gonna meander for a bit just to not look like he's gonna kind of walk by some of the other shops, just sort of look at the wares a little bit, not touching anything, hands in his pockets, just kind of looking around, shrug, walk to another like any area where he can be obscured to any extent. Are there any alleyways I can duck into?
There would be a couple of alleyways for you to choose from.
Okay. Gearfried would find one. And preferably one with an amount of refuse that would like garbage of any kind, like tin cans and rubbish of all sorts. He'd find one with enough of that, and then I would use the hat of disguise once more to change the disguise. He's gonna look like a homeless beggar. So very dirty, like rags, essentially his clothes. Somewhat emaciated, older. Like it looks like he's in his 60s, maybe early 70s. And he's gonna grab one of those, a can if he can find one, like a tin can of any kind. And he's just going to start walking around the district, just sort of like holding the can, trying to look as tired as possible, like initially sort of giving the vibe that he's begging, and then he's going to park down near enough to the area, to that shopkeeper, and just sit down against a wall like he's hungry and just and I wouldn't say relaxing. He's hungry. He's tired. He's just sitting against the wall and leaned back, and he is going to be doing this because he wants to be here if and when things kick off.
Noted. Go ahead and
He
give me
wants
a
to see it.
performance check.
Can I argue advantage because I have disguise on, or a lower DC at the very least?
I will allow you advantage.
Yay. That's the first one. Let's see if I can get a net 20 out of that.
Well, you did crit.
Just
19.
The opposite direction.
So, I will, yeah, I'll take the 19 and just lean against a wall and just sort of look like I'm just sort of resting. Maintaining the occasional, like, glimpse over, like, occasionally turning my head and, like, just, keeping an eye on the keeper and anyone who might be acting a little bit suspicious.
On that, you also make 5 silver pieces.
He would give a nod at people who are putting money in the can.
Ultimately, as you're watching throughout the day, you would notice that the shopkeep seems to be, in a sense, more scrupulous. You see that he seems to be moving and haggling up. And to some degree, whether or not you agree with him, he's a pretty good salesman. Like, within the time we're watching, he sells at least 4 magic items for higher than value price.
Interesting.
But overall, it's a relatively uneventful thing while you're watching him. You would notice that he does seem to mutter something every time he goes to pick up a magic item.
Can I roll an insight check on that?
Sure. With a 22, it seems to be that he is casting something. Or rather, uncasting something.
Oh, he's taking the security tag off. Got it. Oh, that's, Huh. That could be a problem. Okay, taking note of that. And still just waiting.
As
Just
the
waiting.
as the business day ends, you find that a crew of ultimately a car kind of rolls up, hovering, idling, bobbing up and down, and 2 individuals come out along with the hired guards, and they begin to load everything into the vehicle. You notice that one of the guards goes to reach for something, and before the shopkeep can stop him, he touches the item, and a high-pitched, blaring alarm begins to echo out through the streets. It is quickly silenced, but still, it's enough that it was able to garner attention of people and bystanders.
I assume Saris is also seeing what I'm seeing, correct? Even though I can't see where Saris
Yes.
is.
If she is being observant, that part is obvious. Yep.
Rug emoji.
So it doesn't take them long to pack up all the stuff, and they begin to make their way out. What would y'all
And
want to
Jeffrey's
do?
just
What is the how does this cart travel?
It's similar
Basically-
to the Carpe Noctem or Carpe Fatum. I forget what is it? Carpe Fatum now.
Carpe Fatum, yeah.
Okay, but it's much nicer.
Well,
Well, that
I
was
mean,
unfortunate.
how much does it? How fast is it moving? With the
It's moving
stuff,
at about.
how many people are on it?
It's moving at about. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Cool.
The number of people, you know that 3 guards got in there. There were 2 people who were already in there, and the salesman was left behind. So he was not a part of the people shifting everything away.
Like you said,
With
the
it,
guards are in the vehicle.
yes,
Is it closed topped or open topped?
close stopped.
I'm gonna use the last inspiration to reroll that perception check.
Okay. There you go. All right, just give me the quick reminder. What was it specifically you were asking to identify?
Like how many guards are going
Okay,
on it?
so
How fast is it moving?
you know that it's moving at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. It doesn't sound like it's fast, but within this close proximity, it's actually moving at a fairly fast pace. You would see that the shopkeep is still behind. He is kind of sweeping up, cleaning up, and you also notice that he begins to move into his store, and you start hearing banging coming from the inside. As for the vehicle, as said, there were at least 3 to 4 guards that were standing guard with him that then entered the vehicle, as well as the 2 individuals who came out to load the vehicle. You don't know if either of them were driving, so you don't have a definitive answer, but at least have some degree of an idea that there were at least 6 people there.
6 people on the cart as it's moving away.
Within the vehicle, yes. It is closed topped and you do not currently see them, so they are all inside.
Interesting. Okay. I suspect I know what that hammering is. Not too concerned with that at the moment. I am going to try and follow after. Still moving pretty fast. Actually, let's see if there's a thing I can do.
While you're doing that thinking, let's jump over back to the tavern. Zarya and Fennec, what would you guys be doing throughout the day?
See, this is fun because I don't have anything. I don't know. I don't got any ideas of what Zarya could do. I don't know.
I mean, you could do anything. You could punch some trees.
Yeah, that's it. What's Fennec doing? Fennec doing anything that I can tag along with?
So, Fennec, are you going to the bathroom or anything? Or are you still trying to be responsible?
He is not going to the bathroom. He already went. He looks at Zarya and is like, all right, everybody's out doing something, and we're stuck in here, right?
Yeah, I don't really have any ideas of what to do. I'm not exactly great at the information grabbing, and I've done all my shopping.
You want to go exploring?
The wiser part of me says no, but honestly, I'm bored. Yeah, but if we run into trouble, we bail, okay?
Simple answer to your concern is the parts of you that don't want to go is because it's with me, and the parts of you that want to go are because it's me.
No, you've gotten really better. You've gotten really better. It's just we're in a bad situation.
I know. We're in a bad situation, bored in the tavern. So I see only positive for going out.
All right. Yeah. Let's go.
I have nowhere in mind, so I just want to stretch my tiny little legs.
All right.
Any
Pick a
in-
direction
any-
randomly and start walking.
anything that like I don't know speaks to you and what you want to do. You want to explore. You want to find. You want to like what does Zarya want to do? What does she do in her free time?
Well, we haven't really had free time, and most of my free time was usually just drinking. So, yeah, I don't really know what to do with myself.
Okay. Well, these words ever get repeated will hurt you. I'm getting a little
Oh, sure, yeah.
getting a little bored of drinking, and I'm just getting bored in here. So, let's see. Ooh, I know. My sweet tooth is kicking in. We should go find a bakery.
I can't actually remember the last time I had any sweets.
Settle. Going to find sugar.
Yeah, I guess. Not much
No,
else to do.
no guessing. Commit to it. I want to hear you say it with confidence. We're going to get sugar.
We're going to get sugar. I feel like this is.
Nope.
Yep, okay.
Hard stop after sugar. Try again.
We're going to get sugar.
Now say it like you mean it.
Okay, I'm not going to repeat myself. Let's just go get the fucking sugar.
All right. So, Fennec will walk over to the bar and patiently wait the bartender down. Excuse me.
Yes. How can I help you?
My giant friend and I over here are wondering if there's a place in town where we could go for some sweets.
There's a couple of places, but unfortunately they're a little bit on the pricier end.
Like, how pricey? If you had, like, okay. Like, yeah. How pricey?
Well, I don't know what you want, and I don't know their menu, and I don't know their prices. I can just tell you they are pricey.
Okay. If you were to go to one when your sweet tooth kicked in, which one would you go to?
I'd probably have to go to the sea salt confections.
Okay, sea salt confections. Where? Which way?
You would be able to find that place in the Sunpoint district.
Gunpoint?
So it's over here.
Sunpoint. Yep, I got it. I just looked at the map. I was just trying to find what you said. Sunpoint district. All right. Thank you, my good sir, and he will put down a silver.
I appreciate it. Have a wonderful one.
You as well.
Isn't that outside the walls? Like, is that a wall?
Technically,
The lines?
yes. But you can move in and out of the walls. Or meaning
Okay.
through the walls,
Just-
not like physically anywhere. Like there are ways of getting in and out.
Okay, just making sure it's not like a checkpoint kind of situation.
All right, so Fennec will start heading towards the sea salt confection.
Let's go check it out. Is this place near the sea?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
Well, I mean, not
Thought we were
necessarily.
landlocked.
Not necessarily. It is over here. Let me double check where we are. Hold on. Let me. Because not by the sea. Sorry, I said yes way too quickly. Double checking. Yeah. So no, it's just more on the outskirts of town. Like technically, there is some water, but it's a couple of miles away. So.
Oh, I mean
why
like
it's so
the city.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the city, no, it's not by the sea. That's just what it's called.
That's why the candy's so expensive, because sea salt takes a while to get here.
Oh, important. And part of me was like, well, we have 300 gold, so I have 300 gold, so that's fine. And then the smarter part of my brain went, hey, maybe don't say that in the middle of a tavern with people who could probably try and rob you. That's good advice for real life.
Yes. That's solid
Indeed.
advice.
All right, let's go get some candy. Everyone else is doing information gathering, resource gathering, and we're getting candy. I love it.
Yes, sounds about right.
End of resource gathering.
Yeah, we're getting rations. Hey guys, your rations are some sugar candy. Yes, I know we need to sustain ourselves on these for a week, but candy.
All right,
Fine.
so it's not going to take you too long to get over there. It's probably going to take you about 30 to 40 minutes. As you get through there, you are going to notice that this is an area or a district that seems to be heavily filled with workers and such. So you'd see a lot of laborers in this district who seem to be making their way home for the day. You do find the candy shop, and it smells full of sugar and just sweet in general. You smell the baked goods, you smell candy. And with that, what would you like to do?
Side.
Yeah.
As you go inside, you are going to see that it seems to be a combination of a gnome, a dwarf, and an elf who are maintaining the place.
Now this smells good.
Yeah, that's very, very sweet aroma.
Mm. All right, so what's your preferred sweet?
Don't really know. I haven't had candy that much.
Fennec will look at the gnome and the dwarf. Excuse me. Hello. Hi. Well,
Hi, yes, what can I do for you?
was that the gnome or the dwarf?
The dwarf.
Okay. So we're from out of town, and my giant friend here, never really eats candy. I'm trying to show her how to have a good time. Can you help?
Well, if you're trying to show her how to have a good time, you came to the wrong place.
Wrong place?
No. Not that kind of good time. I'm trying to expand her
Oh!
sense of
Hey!
fun when it comes to food. God, he looks at me and goes, God, no. No offense.
Yeah, very much not taken.
She's like my sister.
Ugh.
Well,
Not
I
to you,
I
men in
just
general.
meant we don't do prostitution here, but if you want to take it to that level, that's how you received it.
No, we just want candy. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, he
were
said you wanted to have a good time. So what does
Yeah,
that
have
mean?
some candy.
Well, wait, a good
I've never
time
heard of
means-
anybody saying candy is a good time.
Wow.
What kind of shop?
Hold.
Sounds like you should run. His candy is shit.
Can we?
Yes.
My fine sir, can we start over?
Sure, how can I help you?
Hi, nice to meet you. My friend here has never really had sweets, and we're on a little adventure today, just the two of us, to get her acquainted with the more fun and sweet side of life, rather than the dull, boring one she lives now.
Okay, food.
He's just gonna go shh.
The question is, what does this have to do with me selling you candy?
How is this guy in
Meaning-
business?
Why do I need your entire backstory? What do you want?
You know what? I think we took a wrong turn.
No, I would just like to make a sale because, and he's going to point and the door is going to open and a bunch of customers are starting to come in. It's about time for a rush.
Well, I want to help you with the sale, but I'm trying to explain that she doesn't really know candy, so I'm looking for some guidance on, what do you have any specials? Do you have like a featured item, like a signature thing, or like something like that?
You are going to begin to hear the sound of the cash registers opening and closing as businesses beginning to pick up. Well, if you like things that are gummy, we have the gummy section over there. If you like hard candy, I don't know what your friend here likes, so to make a recommendation, I would say the most neutral thing is chocolate. And he's going to point to the very back, where there's a larger selection of chocolate.
All right, Big Z. We're gonna go to the back and work our way forward.
And as you start to move away from the counter, you are going to see that he is immediately kind of swarmed with a group of like 3 or 4 people who are trying to make purchases.
Okay. All right. So, chocolate, hard candy, gummies. I'll tell you which ones to stay away from.
Let's try chocolate, I guess. Yeah, I've had chocolate before. I know, I like chocolate.
Okay, we're heading to chocolate. All right. He will head to chocolate.
All right. Also, was that guy really fucking rude or what?
Still trying to process that whole thing. I don't know what happened there, but chocolate. All right.
Your job is customer service.
And yeah, let's not talk to the goblin about customer service.
It's not.
Okay. So, anything here speak to you? And if it does speak to you, let me know. We'll dispel it.
Okay,
So
that was
Fenrir will
stupid.
start kind of
That
looking
was,
at
that
some of
was-
the candies. Or chocolates.
Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, bonbons. I like bonbons.
Bonbons are good. Actually, this one's really good. You ever had a peanut butter bonbon?
Good. No, I don't think I have.
Oh, well, you're going to. Fennec is going to start looking for peanut butter bonbons.
All right. So you would be able to find whatever candy items you're looking for. And how much time are you looking to spend while you're in here?
Not long, like 10, 15 minutes.
Alrighty. So you're able to find the peanut butter bonbons, you're able to find more chocolates, you're able to find fudge. There's many different things, and there's also a large selection of taffy.
I don't think I can even fictionally like taffy. That's disgusting. I've never liked taffy. I don't know why.
Goodness, it's super delicious.
It's amazing. But we digress. All right, we got our haul. We got peanut butter bonbons. We got strawberry taffy. We got some chocolate, just regular. Some
Should we get some stuff for everyone else?
Yes. Let's go grab another handful of one of each.
Yeah.
So, would there be like fireball candy? Like the cinnamon?
You mean like I was like, hold on, are we talking like practical joke fire? Like somebody eats it and
Yes.
suddenly they're spitting a fireball? Yeah, there is now.
Yeah. Okay.
Like Red Hots.
Yep. Okay.
I feel like that'd be great in a battle. You could spit out a fireball?
And final question: do we have any packs of jelly beans that are every flavor?
Oh yeah, I gotta get some
Sure,
jellies.
but they just can't be called birdie bots.
That's why I was going around that word.
And listen, I didn't say all of it. Just hope that again, we're good.
Yep. So like a lot of flavor beans.
I like it.
So we're done then.
So you're going to be able. It's going to cost overall
Candy
about
seeds.
2 gold pieces for all of this stuff, not individually.
Okay.
Okay.
Done.
I pay one, you pay one.
Money's already on the counter.
Alrighty.
Okay, cool.
As you are
Thanks.
making
I'll
your
pay
way,
back one.
as you are making your way to either continue to explore or go back to the tavern, we're going to jump back. Saris, you had said you wanted to attempt to follow this vehicle.
Yes.
How are you going to keep up with it?
A great question.
I figured.
I want to do the cool thing and run along rooftops and watch it as it moves,
Okay.
which
How
I
fast
can
is
sort
the
of
car?
probably do because I have the boots of striding and springing, which means I can
How
jump
fast?
to rooftops.
Sorry about that. Really quick, how fast was the car moving?
About 10 to 15 miles per hour. So, you were saying you had the boots of striding and leaping?
Yes.
And Gilford, are you going to also attempt to follow the said vehicle?
Funny you say that, because so 15 miles per hour is roughly I have math here, is 22 feet per second. So theoretically we could keep up with this if we can move 60 feet, but that's per second. Okay, actually I'm
Yeah.
not thinking per 6 seconds. Yes. So actually what Gearfried's going to do is seeing that as they're like loading up the cart and Gearfried's not seeing Saris, he is going to get up from where he is. He is going to move back into an alley and again sort of lie down, or like sit back down. But as he's in this area, I'm going to at a 4th level cast Arcane Eye, and I am going to send it up into the air as I do, and I'm going to I'm going to sit down, lean against the wall, and I'm going to look through the Arcane Eye. So while they're in the process of loading everything up, when it looks like they're like near about to, I'm doing this one like about to head out. So like I want this to last as long as it possibly can. So I'm gonna get a bird's eye view of this area as I'm sitting against this wall, partially testing this out, partially seeing like where this is going, and also if I can see if Saris is actually giving chase to this thing.
I have cast invisibility on myself because I do not want to be noticed by the guards, who I suspect are paranoid because that's what their boss probably wants them to be.
Okay, so still, Gearfried is going to be following the car at the very least. So, from where he is, that's all he'll be doing for the duration, just to see. Honestly, Gearfried wants to see Saris in action because he's never actually seen it before. Like he's only heard about it tangentially and seen the after effects. So this is more experimental than anything else. Gearfried is just doing this not for any malicious intent, but just because he wants to see how the bread's made.
How the sausage is made. Um. So I did do the math, and Theris, who can also bonus action dash and action dash, can move 90 feet per 6 seconds, which roughly translates into slightly faster than 10 miles per hour.
Okay.
And the arcane eye can move.
Just so you know,
30
that is prolonged sprinting as well as jumping from rooftop to rooftop. It is going to eventually affect your stamina.
I
Because,
do have the boots of striding and springing, which I don't know, maybe buy me a little leeway on that one.
Yes, I'm just saying it's very
Yeah.
hard to maintain a dash for a prolonged period of time. Just
You're not. I get it.
that's all I'm trying to say. So
I would say, I would point out, Saris knows this, and where possible, she would like to try and shortcut around. Like if she can see, oh, they're turning here, which means they can only go down this road for so long, and shortcut across the roof to kind of cut them off there to give her like little breaks in between, so she's not trying to keep pace with this thing constantly.
All right, so go ahead and give me a dexterity check, please.
Yeah.
With your boots, if they don't give you advantage, I will say you can have advantage. Because this is really just to see how smoothly you are in your run and your jumps. Whether or not it might slow you down, things like that.
Hmm. That's what they do.
See?
They do. Yeah. Yeah, they do not grant me advantage, but if I can roll with advantage, I will. 19.
With a 19, there was a couple of close calls there. Some that you almost undershot once or twice, the ones that you almost overshot and stumbled over. But essentially, you are able to follow. You do lose pace with it towards the end, but you are able to see that it does seem to go to the Forlorn Hall, which seems to be in a gated off area at the very top of the map. It seems to be, from the look of the buildings, one of the wealthier districts.
Oatzil.
But towards the end, though, you do unfortunately lose track of said vehicle. But as said, there isn't much further they can go unless they're actually leaving the city.
Okay. And I'm sorry, my character sheet was up and it's blocking the map. Where on the map am I?
So you would have gotten to about this point here.
Okay. And you said it was the Forlorn.
Yeah, Forlorn Hall.
Forlorn Hall.
Would you like to continue the search, or are you just going to assume he's going to take a similar route tomorrow?
I'm gonna stake it out. I'm gonna suss out what this place is about. Maybe do a little light poking and prodding of the building to see how it's set up.
This is a district, not a singular building.
Oh,
so you're in a district that you lost track of him.
I see. there any like are there any signs to any shops or like businesses that advertise security? Or is like were the guards wearing any kind of emblem that is sort of like on a sign for a business front anywhere? I will spend an hour or two searching for anything that sort of falls
Well-
along the line, like someone who's provide security storage or something like that.
You weren't able to identify any sort of markings or anything like that on the guards that were identifiable. So as you are looking, one of the things to note is that all of the shops seem upscale and bougie, not compared to the individual's shop,
Mm-hmm.
the merchant shop. But you also see that it seems to be mostly residential. Is there anything else you would like to try to glean?
On the off chance, do I see the like if the residences? Do I see like the wagon parked on a premises or a property anywhere?
You see, give me a perception check.
Okay. I've never committed crime before. 17.
With the 17, you're able to see 2 or 3 similar cars, but more on the lines of similar build, different color, same color, slightly different build. But you also notice that there's a lot of garages that are attached, and many of them are closed. So whether or not they own a car or not, you're not able to tell.
Got it. Okay. Well, I. Time is it?
By this point, it's already going to be closer to 6, 7 o'clock.
Eight hours from 8 is 6 a.m.? No. 8 hours from 10 is 6 a.m. Okay. Cyrus will kind of stake this place out for a while.
Okay.
And just kind of, get a like she's given up on the idea of finding the cart, but she wants to get a feel for the layout of this place as much as she can. And for the next 3 hours, she is going to just to try to familiarize herself with this district and the streets and the homes, and just kind of figure out the layout.
Noted. Jumping back.
After that,
Yep.
wait,
Go ahead.
well, quick, because this is gonna sort of run out the clock on her for the day. What she does after that, she's gonna find a thick stone wall. It looks like the district lies outside the city walls here.
Yep.
So she will drop inside, just find an unobserved section of the wall, and she is going to pass. Where is it? Yes, she's gonna cast Meld with Stone. There it is. Meld into stone.
Okay.
And she's just gonna wait it out there and take her long rest in the stone.
Okay. That's
After
not
an hour
concentration,
passes,
Right? All right. So, yep. After an hour passes.
and if Gearfried would see nothing of note in that hour, he would get up and return back to the tavern, slightly annoyed that things didn't work out exactly as he had hoped, because he didn't really get to see. It seems like Saris is going on taking your time with this, so he's going to return back to the tavern and, I assume, enter into two candy-eating fiends as they finish up their business.
Also, possibly 11, unless there's anything he wants to do after his delivers. But with that, yes, you'd be seeing some candy eating fiends. Fiends.
Zarya and
Candies.
And Fennec, yep.
Yes.
So you guys would now be regrouped with Gearfried.
We brought snacks.
I can see that. Out of curiosity, I was taking a long walk and taking a long think. Couldn't help but remember. Did we ever look at the spoils that were retrieved from the antics the prior night? Beyond just the immediately interesting things, what were in the letters?
Oh, yeah, I don't think we did.
We didn't.
Who has that stuff, by the way?
That's a great question. I didn't remember there were letters, so I don't think it's Zarya.
Well,
Unless Saris.
For a recap, it was a ancient-looking scroll and a coin that was engraved on both sides. Sorry, go ahead.
Right.
Fennec picked them up.
Unless Saris gave them to Gearfried to just toss in the bag of holding, then they would probably be with Saris. Or Levin.
No, Levin didn't pick anything up. He was too busy making sure that the bodies that were dead were actually dead.
So, Saris, were they put in the bag of holding, or do you still have them?
Saris would still have them.
Damn it. All right. Well, Saris is currently in the midst of doing things. I passed her by. She was busy. Kiri's lying, but you don't know that.
Now, for some degree of context, you were given a time clock several days ago in game, whereas something was going to be happening within about 5 days. With this upcoming rest, 2 days will have passed at least. So there is about 3 days before said event or any of the information that you would have would be transpiring.
Right. We should probably be getting out of here. If not tonight, then tomorrow morning at the very latest. Caius is a few days' journey away. Lake Caius, not the... Well, you know. So, actually, while we're here, and Gearfried's gonna look around. Is the tavern... How is this like a full tavern, or is it dead right now?
In between. It's early enough that it's not full to the brim, but for a dinner rush, it's pretty packed. So it's not full, it's not buzzing, but it is adequately attended.
Okay. Off of what Gearfried's experienced before in taverns like this, what is the going rate for like a round of drinks for the bar?
For this current crowd, you would probably be able to get away with. It depends if you're getting like a cheap beer or something cheap. You'd probably be able to get away with about a gold or two. If you're going something more expensive, it is going to be more to like the 4 or 5 gold pieces.
Okay. Good to know. Gearfried is going to look over to Zarya and Fennec. He's going to say, Zarya, I do not mean to offend you, but this may not be up to your particular skill set. But Fennec, you are strangely engaging, we'll say. How would you like to engage in a bit of information gathering? And it wouldn't require you to do anything but be yourself.
I can do that.
Excellent. How comfortable are you? I know I just said be yourself, but how are you pretending to be interested in the antics of last night, the party? DM, remind me, what was the name of the guy's party, or the name of the password that we used?
Give me a second.
Anyway, my idea is this. I figure, since this is a rather busy time, we're in a tavern, this looks well trafficked, there's a chance that the folk here might not all, or some of them might be affiliated with that group that we were talking to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disguise myself. I'm going to go upstairs, I'm going to don a different appearance. I'm going to look more like one of those individuals that we saw, just more of an amalgamation of everybody, just, as generic as possible. I'm going to buy a round of drinks for the entire tavern. I'm going to spend at least 6 to 8 gold on this. High-end drinks. We get everybody nice and loose-lipped, and I want you to go and talk to everybody and see if you can't find out any information. I want you to talk about considering going to Lake Caius as a destination for relaxation, perhaps paying homage to the late king, something along those lines. But the important part is that if you see it, if anyone mentions reverence at all to the lady, or I doubt they'll actually be that overt, but if anyone's being dodgy, I want you to lean into that, all right?
Lake Caius, relax, pay homage, be myself, listen for the lady.
Right. And Zarya, if you can do me a favor, I would like it if you can see if you can't notice anyone acting a bit either uncomfortable or too comfortable with what I'm about to do here. All right?
I'll post up in the corner.
You don't even need to do that if you don't want to. Just see who's acting at all out of place. Anyone who doesn't look like a run-of-the-mill tourist. I'll be right back. Gearfried walks upstairs, goes... if no one's in the hall, he'll do this in the hall, but if there is people in the hall, he'll just do it in his room. Jostle the hat, he'll turn into a different form. He's going to be wearing the same shade of green... Sorry, the Emerald Claw, they wear green robes, right?
Yes.
Okay. He's not going to wear green robes. He's not going to be that overt. But he is going to be wearing a sort of a green tunic, brown trousers, and their symbol he is going to have intentionally in very faint embroidery. It's going to be on his left breast, as a little patch. And he is going to walk back downstairs. And he's going to walk up to the barkeep, and he's going to say, "Excuse me, sir, can I please have a round of drinks for the whole bar?" And he's going to drop down 10 gold onto the tavern.
Well, thank you very much, and sure, absolutely. Hey, everyone! Drinks on him! And he's going to call everybody's attention to start pointing in your direction. And a cheer is going to erupt as they are all coming up to the bar to start ordering their drinks.
And I'm going to raise a mug, and I'm just going to loudly say, "To Karnath and our lovely king!"
Hear, hear! You do notice that some people just kind of start sipping at their beer or at their drinks. They do not raise a glass to the king.
Can I roll perception just to zero in on any suspicious.
Sure.
I don't think I'm focusing on the people who don't cheer because, well, no, they could be lying. I don't know. I'll roll perception. Or would it be insight?
Well, are you trying to get a read or are you trying to observe something?
I think a read.
Insight, please.
They're both +4, so it's okay. Ooh, it's a dirty 20. Ah, damn it. That. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Dirty 20.
With that, you see that it's not necessarily that it's a suspicious thing, it's just they don't seem to like the king.
Yeah. I kind of glaze over them and go over to the people who were cheering them. Get a read on them.
With the dirty 20, you would see that they seem to be genuinely ecstatic and cheering their king.
All right. Any red flags? Any suspicious
Nothing that necessarily
activity?
stands out.
Hmm. Okay. I think that probably just means that there none of the cults in here, probably. Because dirty 20 is pretty good.
Don't infer too much into the rolls.
I have that habit.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing. Like, it's not a lie detector. Like, it's just you get a general sense of somebody. The higher you roll, the better the sense, but it's not flawless or foolproof.
Yeah.
But with that, Fennec, what would you like to do?
Let's see. He is going around. He's got his drink because he was going to capitalize on Gigafried's free drink. And he's just going around like, yeah, and he will go up to what would be he's looking for like a friendly looking table to start, like someone where he'd think like it would, for him would be kind of like not a challenge to talk to, but like not the like easiest people.
So right now there's two kinds of people. There's the people who are cheerily talking and drinking happily, and there's others that did not capitalize on the free drink and are sitting there a bit more stoically, in the sense of not being content that their king was just cheered upon.
Fennec has found his people. All right, Fennec will head over to one of those groups of people, and he will raise his mug and just not in the mood for a free drink tonight, eh? Come on, let's go get you one.
No, I'm good. I could buy my own drinks.
Oh, come now. Everybody likes a free drink. Here, have mine. I'll go get yours.
I said no. I can buy my own drinks. I don't need a dog to pay for them.
Fennec kind of like stops mid-word, looks back. What do you mean a dog?
Anybody who cheers that rotten king is a dog in our books.
Oh, not a fan of the Fennec unintentionally starts doing the accent. Not a fan of the king, are we?
Are you making fun of me?
No, sorry. I have this really unintentional habit of when I get nervous, but not a fan of the king.
And you're just going to see them kind of look around and just. They're not answering, but in a sense, their silence is an answer.
Hmm. Tell me, did not mean to do that. Um, let's change the subject then. I'm looking to pay homage a bit, a little on the down low. And what can you tell me or whatnot about Lake Caius?
First, give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Yes, sir.
19.
Very nice. With a 19, you notice that they seem a bit hesitant. I've only been there once or twice. I don't tend to go there out often. Place gives me the creeps.
Creeps. Why?
Have you ever walked into a place and just got that bad feeling?
Most, yes.
Amplify that up by like 10, and that's what I feel whenever I go there. It's not worth it.
What? He's not. Fennec has been like, as this conversation has been, progressing. Fennec has been slowly sitting down at the table.
They're not opposed to it.
Nope, no, he's doing it subtly, kind of like he
Well-
started standing, and then like every question he's moved a little closer.
They do notice it. In fact, as you are moving closer, you would see that somebody actually pulls the seat out. More pushes it with
Okay.
their foot. So again,
Okay,
that's where
so-
as subtly as unless you need a stealth check,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to
No,
ask you for
no.
a stealth check.
So they're hesitant on answering, but they're allowing him to sit and talk.
Well, they were only hesitant on one part,
Okay.
and the rest they've been pretty upfront. Like they told you, like it gives them the chills. Like they don't know how to explain it. It's not that they're
Okay.
hesitant; they just lack the ability to articulate it.
Okay. I've definitely been to places like that. I actually from a place like that, actually. Didn't grow up there, but was originally from there. So I know what you mean. What do you think? What do you think it's about? Like, why do you think it's? What have you heard? What's the story of Lake Caius?
There's only fables, I guess you would call them, fairy tales. They say that it was once a nice area, and then a curse came upon it. And one day the curse may be relieved. There's not too much about it. Many people like going there for vacation and, spending the day. I've had friends who go swimming there. I just there's something about it. Never sits well.
Ever since, well, what? Don't. Fennec's like leaned in completely. Like, don't leave me hanging. Come on. Come
He
on.
said, never sits well.
Oh, I thought he said ever since. Well.
No, sorry, I apologize. Never
Okay. I
sits
was like, there's
well.
more to this. Never sits well. All right. Well, gentlemen, it has been a pleasure making your acquaintances.
Indeed. Have a
May
good one.
may I buy you a drink
Yes.
for your time and conversation?
But if we find out that it was from that dog's wallet,
Nope. He will subtly pull out his coin, show them. He will walk over to the bar and make sure that they see him pay for it.
you have just made some friends.
All right. All right. Fennec's leaving the group. No.
I'm surprised you haven't brought up fucking.
I mean, this is the lesson his parents have taught him. I assume Fennec is
Oh,
going out for
God.
milk.
Unions.
He's staying.
Oh God. I'm giving
It's been
inspiration
so long
to
since we
that one.
talked about unions.
So, with that, Levin, it's been some time. Is there anything you'd like to do before you regroup with the party?
While Levin's been making the deliveries, he's been cross-referencing his map, and he's been like updating things as he goes because he's going all around the interior of the city walls making these deliveries. I assume none of these deliveries would be outside of the walls.
No, they're all inside.
All right. Then yeah, he'd be updating his map accordingly and probably complaining about half of it.
Fair enough.
But he'd be entering the tavern sometime between 7 and 8.
All right. So you would see that there's a jovialence. You'd kind of walk into Fennec purchasing some drinks for his newfound friends.
Who else from his group would he see at this point?
So you would be seeing Zarya, basically everybody but Ceres.
Well, Gearfried's disguised, and Ceres isn't here. So probably Zarya and Fennec.
Probably Zarya and Fennec, unless Gearfried, as a reminder, were you looking similar to yourself or somebody completely different?
In this instance, he is trying to look more like the people from Vitakar, so he doesn't really look much like himself
Okay.
at all.
So yes, you'd only see Zarya and Fennec.
All right. Levin will sidle up. If he notices Fennec being social, he's not going to interrupt that. He'll sidle up near Zarya. Hi.
Ethan.
So I have an updated map.
Oh, that's good. I got candy.
Levin's going to cock an eyebrow to that. What?
We got bored.
That-
Went
that-
shopping for candy.
that simultaneously explains everything and nothing.
Hey, out of all the activities we could have gotten up to just because we were bored, I feel like getting candy is the better.
All right. So, I have a better question. What's with the mood of the bar? Last night it wasn't like this.
Oh, yeah, they tried to ploy together some information. I basically just explained the whole thing because my mouth is fucking with me, and if I have to explain the whole plot in the accent, I'm gonna kill myself.
No, it's fine.
I chose this accent. It's a mistake.
So I'm going to have to be patient. Well, whatever. I've been walking around all day. I'll take the rest.
Hmm.
That said, what are we doing following tomorrow?
Oh, we were mentioned. They also mentioned to go over some papers that we got, so maybe do that before we decide on anything. Beyond that, I was gonna bring it up with the rest of you. What the plan was.
All right. Let me have a look over towards what you purchased. And Levin's
Oh,
gonna
yeah, sure.
do a quick perusal, and he's basically looking for like a hard candy, something that looks like it could be a citrus flavored, and then he's just gonna be like, "Oh, that's fine." Pops it in his mouth and just waits around.
Yeah, just snacking on some bonbons.
That's not a hard candy.
No, I
No.
know. I mean, just
Oh,
that's the
sorry.
thing that I asked for.
Well, you might as well enjoy them here. They don't keep well.
Oh yeah, we got them for the group, so we can have some, candy before we leave. So
I think I'll be fine with the one piece.
all right. I've not really had much ever. Like I don't think we had. I'm
Time to
trying to
simply
think what
just
we had.
be.
Village.
Time to just simply be somebody, not running for our lives or protecting others.
Sorry, what did you say?
Not running for our lives or protecting others.
Um, no, she was mostly saying that she's never really had candy that much before.
Ah.
Yeah, but also that, yeah.
Well, enjoy the moment while it lasts. Tomorrow
Yeah,
seems
it
like it's going to
definitely.
be busy.
Yeah, it feels like the calm before the storm.
Hmm.
I feel like I should be doing something, but I don't know what to do.
Well, I did suggest to you quite some time ago that you could fall back on whatever lessons you were taught and maybe do some meditations.
I mean, I have, during my rest times, my
Is
usual
it just a rest time?
training. Yeah,
Well, I'll leave you to enjoy your confections. Let me see what the rest are up to.
all right.
And Levin, he's not going to immediately go to Fennec. He's going to just get a read of the room to see more or less like a broad percentage of people that are being raucous over the statements that Gearfried probably made that was described to him.
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Alrighty. Eh, 15. Mid.
With a 15, you would have the idea that, like, you're able to notice that there are some people who are still kind of glowering at the comments made in praise of the king. And most of the ruckus is coming from those people who were pro King Caius III.
Or pro free beer.
Or pro free beer. Yeah, you have some of those that are just like, they're not happy about it, but they're still drinking a free beer.
Not Fennec's new
Free
friends.
beer crosses many political lines.
Indeed. Unfortunately, Fennec picked the ones that it doesn't.
But it's working.
It is working. You made friends. Yes.
It's not like we have the ADF around, Amulet, Dragon Shard, and Spokai.
So I don't know if Levin would notice Gearfried's mannerisms. His accent is still in his. He's not good with voices, so his accent.
He's not reading that deep yet.
Okay. Well, Gearfried would be one of the more raucous people. And DM, can I roll a perception check or insight check at least? Actually, no. I guess this would be maybe history or investigation. I want to see if I can recognize anybody from the festivities the prior night. Specifically those who are being raucous and happy.
Go ahead and give me a perception check first, and then a history check.
Okay, cool. 18.
Okay. Now let's give me that history.
28.
Dang. All right. With that, you would be able to recognize two individuals. One of them that you had met on your way to leaving Karnath, and one that you had known during your childhood, who seemed to have gotten out of Friedekin far before you did. Like that kid that got out on a sports scholarship almost.
Right. And they were both at the party last night?
Oh, at the party last night. No, sorry, I misunderstood the question then.
Oh, no.
So
yeah,
I
the
thought you were
guys
just
who-
looking for people you recognize. That's my fault. I completely misunderstood that. You notice that at least two of the people who are not in favor of King Caius were at least standing outside. You don't know if they went in or not, but you recognize them from the outside.
Okay. Gearfried will in that instance, he will very briefly again. I love this fucking hat. He will kind of dip into another like hallway, like he's going to go to the lavatory, adjust the hat, change his appearance once again, be more of a more of a generic human, blonde, shorter than he normally is, and he's going to walk out to where those other guys were, and he's going to kind of stretch near those folks as look at them and just kind of give like a sigh and just be like, "Ugh, some people, right?"
Yeah, some people. And he's going to drink his drink.
And Yuri's gonna look at him. We met.
And I ain't seen you a day in my life.
You sure? Wait,
think-
wait. Were you? And remind me, what was the name of the password that we used?
I think it was Thaddean.
Right. He's like, wait. And Gary's gonna like be very obvious about how he knows where he knows this guy from. He's gonna, well, I happened to go to a party the other night. A friend of mine named Thaddeus was holding one. I don't suppose you were there, were you?
He's going to look at you. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check or a deception check.
Persuasion or deception? I'm gonna go persuasion. Normal. And I'm gonna toss. I believe I have one more flash of genius for the day. Let me double check that really quick. Yes, I do. I will toss it to make that a dirty 20.
Noted.
That's my last flash of genius for this.
You do look a little familiar. There were a lot of people there.
What the fuck was going on with that toward the end after everything went tits up? What the fuck? Who were
What do
those
you-
fuckers?
What do you mean when tits up?
You weren't part of the last out group, were you?
No,
There was
no,
a fight.
Was there?
Yeah, I nearly got out with my. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they handled everything there. Obviously, like what are a bunch of fucking idiots gonna do? But yeah, there was a scrap. I ran out as soon as I could.
Well, it's a shame I missed it. Not that I would have been able to do much. Builder, not a fighter.
I hear you. So, looking forward to the next party, huh?
Indeed. The next one should be one quite a shindig.
And remind above table, Lake Caius is southeast of here, right?
Yes.
And so Gearfried's going to hopefully not pushing his luck here. He's going to say, you heading out soon for the next one, huh?
Oh yeah. As said, it's gonna be a hoot.
Indeed. And Gearfried's going to look back towards the bar and he's going to be Dalton. And he's going to kind of raise his mug and just kind of a friendly gesture. Dalton Galloway.
Venric Slater.
It's nice to meet you, Venric. And I assume I'm going to be seeing you at the next party.
Oh, yeah.
To be honest though, last night was actually my first. I'm a recent inductee,
Well,
as it were.
quite a treat for you to be able to witness vampirism on your first day.
And Gifford's going to look to his left and look to his right and hush his voice and go, "You're not And Gifford's going to like make a little like two fangs like symbols with his fingers.
Even if I were, why would I tell you? I just met you.
Begging your pardon, but I want to know if you're someone I need to be respectful to. I didn't want to step on any toes if you happen to be of higher status, my lord."
He's going to start eyeing you suspiciously. How? Of course. Of course. Well, I think I've had enough excitement for today. That fool who praised the king just left a sour taste in my mouth. And he's going to kind of like lean off to the side. And he's going to stand up.
Well, it's been well met, sir, and looking forward to the next time we see each other. I'll buy you a drink next time.
Indeed. What did you say your name was again?
Dalton Galloway.
Dalton. I'll see you at the lake.
Gifford's going to raise his mug, and then he's going to drink the remaining contents. There's probably not a lot left in this. He's been drinking as he's been carousing here. And he's going to walk back into the tavern, and he's going to sit down at the same table as Zarya, and I assume Levin, if he's still at that same table.
You'd see him.
He's going to sit down, and so from your perspective, a complete stranger is sitting down, but you'd recognize the voice as he says, "All right, definitely have confirmation that there is going to be another showing at the lake."
Could have figured that, but good to have confirmation.
Right. Well, we do know that there is a time limit here, so we should be leaving in the morning, at the very latest.
All right.
Also, Saris is likely engaged in activities. I tried to keep an eye on her, but I was unable to. I did perhaps float the idea that we spent quite a bit of money at that shopkeeper, and
Come on. That's just making trouble.
Levin's gonna use one of his psionic die and just make this actual conversation rather than repeated messagings. Let's see. All right, 4 hours. Levin's only got one question for you, Gearfried.
Yep.
Do you need me to find her?
I'm not sure I need you to find her, but I do know that she's a big girl. She can handle herself, I think. I tried to keep an eye on things through a new spell I've been working on. Unfortunately, I think she may have been either too well hidden, perhaps invisible, or traveling in the sewers. Either way, there's and Gearfried's going to point, gestures the direction. There's a storage house on that side of town. It's where the shopkeeper is, I think, trying to move all of his things while his store is being rebuilt. That's very likely where Saris has gone.
Fine. I'll give it a quick look. Anyway, I have left an updated map with Zarya. I've had a chance to go around the town today.
Oh, that's good.
Well, city.
Yeah. Well, take a look over that.
Levin will push away from the table, and he'll send to Gearfried. Keep me posted if things change or if she comes back.
Will you?
And
Oh,
Levin will
and
walk out.
wait, before you go. And Gearfried's going to.
You can still talk to him.
Before you go, Gearfried's going to surreptitiously pull a ring out from his pocket and slide across the table, and he goes, I figure I know you better, but just in case, you can heal yourself with this. And he's going to loan you out the ring that has 10 instances of cure wounds at 2nd level from Gearfried using his intelligence.
All right. Yeah. Levin will forward on. And exit.
All right.
Levin will be mindful. He's going to stay within a mile of the tavern, or around a mile of the tavern. He's not going to go terribly far because he knows if he does, he's cut off from communications with them.
Okay. I believe you guys were currently in the Beer Mile district. I think. All right, so you wouldn't be able to get, if you're not leaving a mile of a radius away from them. You wouldn't really be able to reach out.
Well, no.
Yep.
Given the scale of the city, could a mile would be over 1,500 meters. So that's a lot of the city.
Math.
Yeah. All right. So I will say, are you able to add people after you cast the effect?
I would not be able to use this communicate with Ceres. I'd have to establish communications.
Fair enough. So if you are looking for Ceres, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
What time is it?
It's easily about
happen?
9 o'clock.
Okay, she's still wandering around then. Invisible.
Yep, you haven't melded into the wall yet.
Nope.
He also has no idea really where to, I know Gearfried had the eye for a while, but the eye was only able to travel, 30 feet per second? Or 30
Levin's
feet per
just doing
6 seconds? Per 6
like-
seconds, yeah. So yeah, he would have
Levin is just doing a
eventually-
perimeter around last known locations.
Yep. So nothing stands out. If you pass by the shop, you would hear hammering and sawing and things of that nature. But like I said, nothing inherently stands out. It seems quiet, particularly as you get to the Sun Point. Excuse me, not the Sun Point. The Forlorn Hall area. It looks nicer. It smells nicer. It's quieter. And nothing's on fire that you can tell.
All right. If Levin's not finding anything in particular, he's gonna go in and employ some help. He'll sit down, and this will be ritual cast, basically. Speak with animals.
Okay. You would be able to find a
Well, squirrel, bird,
squirrel.
city bird.
City bird, yes.
Yeah.
And he's going to give a general description, not a physical description, hey, have you seen anybody that's been trying to keep themselves out of everyone else's eyes? Who's been trying to hide?
You get a responsive, no one.
All right. And Levin will pull, some leftover out of his rations bag, give it to the bird, and be like, all right, well, thanks anyway.
You're going to hear a very happy bird as it munches down on leftovers or the food you're giving it.
All right, but with the 10 minutes, he'll like casually question any animals that are at least amenable towards conversation. But that's just time spent.
All right. Because ultimately, unfortunately, because she's invisible, there is nothing that stands out to the birds, and there's no way for you to really describe the scent to them.
No. I mean, there is, but she's probably dispensed with that if she knows other people are looking for her.
I feel like
Yeah.
you never know with her.
No, she's been careful.
But I feel like this is going to be the point in which we do pause here for the night, and we're going to have to resume the quest for finding Ceres next time.
Alrighty.
Till then,
Oh, Gearfried.
to which part? Releasing the
You know-
Ceres or telling where the Ceres is?
But no, just the. Okay, so this is the first time Gearfried sort of gave permission for Ceres to go full Ceres.
Yes.
And then he narked on her.
God.
She's been
They had-
restraining herself up until now. That's the point.
That's been her restraining?
Yeah,
Yes.
you really had to see her in Sharn.
I guess in a sense, having Mei Li tamed her a little bit, now there's no taming now, and now she has permission. She is off the chain completely.
Like Miley Cyrus, I can't be tamed.
Oh god. Until next time, everybody, have a great weekend, be safe, and as always, check out our merch store, like, subscribe, and we'll see you soon.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
All right.